And Sykes today, and it's summertime, so we're all giddy. But this is something, Van, good to see you first of all. This is something that you serve at the restaurant on Tuesdays for Taco Tuesday.
It's what we call Taco Tuesday, which has expanded past tacos now to nachos. I guess that's a natural progression.
Yes, it is.
But
you're using pork, right?
I'm using pork today. We have chicken, and most Tuesdays we have brisket as well, but always pork and chicken.
All right.
I think one thing that makes ours unique and good is we make our own chips.
Okay.
And it's so easy to do, and you can buy them in the bag, but groceries are so expensive. If you've got to make chips for a whole lot of people, this is a much better way to do it.
Okay, now I know you've got like this type. Not everybody's going to have one of those at home. Can you just use a regular fryer?
Absolutely, just use a pot on the stove, a fryer with some oil in it. Just fry them in a pot.
Have the smaller ones though now.
These little units are really cheap, and they're great for frying. You can actually use it outside, and it's probably a lot safer. But that way, you're frying your own chips. They're fresh, they taste good. Put a little salt on them. Might actually save a little money, but we're just taking tortillas and just cutting them,
So regular flour tortillas, and then just cut those. Corn. These are corn.
These are corn tortillas, right. Cutting them, I'm frying them, I'm making my own chips over here.
Okay.
So then what I like to do is run over here real quick and show you that I've melted, put a little layer some cheese on here where you can pre-melt it a little bit, and kind of layer it where you won't have like hunks of it in there.
Because a lot of times you'll order them at a restaurant, there'll be a layer on top and nothing
on the bottom. That's right.
So that's a cool way to do it at home.
It is. Well, that way, especially if people are walking by, getting them with tongs and things.
Yeah, you get some cheese in every chip.
Oh, I'm getting ahead. So let's go back now. Here's a good thing right here is fresh pico de gallo.
Okay.
And I'm probably burning the time, so I'm just basically just cross-cutting these tomatoes. I do the same thing with the onion, and then I end up with pieces like this and this consistency. I didn't de-seed these jalapenos. That is an option. You don't even have to put jalapeno. I like the taste of it. But then the kicker, of course, is fresh cilantro, which is real easy to cut.
Cilantro.
Oh, I do too. It's just cut these stems, and then you just kind of keep rocking the knife back and forth, and pretty soon, because of time, once again, you'll end up like this.
So chop them up pretty good.
Still got a few of the upper stems in there for the flavor.
All right, and so that comes
now
out,
I got all this together.
So it's really, what takes the time is the preparing of it.
It's the chopping and the better your knife skills, or if you use one of those automatic, like tomato cutters or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to come back. You got to have a little salt in this to just...
Well, you got a lot of tomatoes, so you got to have a lot of salt.
Yeah, it's the taste, but,
It is.
See, I'm just not afraid of salt. I like salt. I mean, we use it a lot in barbecue. So now I'm going to come back and then really give that some flavor now with a fresh lime.
All right, so you're using pork, but say somebody at home, they've only got a family of 4, and what kind of meat? What would be easy for them to use for this meat?
I would get one of those pork tenderloins that comes in the package and cook that on the grill. They're pre-marinated.
Yeah.
It would cut like a piece of steak.
And just chop it up.
And you can't beat pork tenderloin. You know the old we're eating high on the hog? Well, that's what it means,
That's what
baby.
that means?
That tenderloin's on the top. It's the best part of the hog. I would suggest that, and you can cook it on the grill in no time.
Okay.
You want a pink center when you're cooking that tenderloin. Don't overcook it. It's kind of like fish. What my buddy George Sarah says is, they overcook too much, and it's kind of the same way with that.
All right, we've layered our cheese on our chips.
Now I've got the meat.
Okay.
Okay, then I come back and I add my...
Now, is this hot when you're putting it on?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I like to see it warm, and of course it all plays together. And what's so great to me too, Janice, is how pretty this all looks when you get it on there. And of course, now we're at the point where we need a little bit of sour cream.
Okay.
This is kind of the way we do it.
Oh man, that looks good and easy too. All right, while you finish that up, before we run out of time,
Yeah.
your book I know
Yes.
you're doing a book signing?
I'm doing a book signing at the 5 Points West Library this Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And I'm doing a few more. I think I've got Hoover scheduled. I've done Homewood. And just watch the website and come out, and I'll certainly sign your book and tell you a couple of crazy stories that aren't in the book. So,
Well, if you haven't heard about the book in the few seconds we have left, just give them an idea of what the book's about.
this is really a book about the history of Bob Sykes Barbecue and the lineage, because one time there was 14 locations. So I kind of go in there and tell the history the right way, and it's just a really good American small business success story with a couple, World War II couple, that wanted to work together.
That would be your mom and dad.
That was my mom and dad, and they wanted to do something together. So that's what they did, and gosh, the fire's still burning.
And it's become Bob Sykes Barbecue forever and ever. All right, if you want them to fix it for you tomorrow, you can certainly go to Bob Sykes tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. But I think he described a great way for all of us to make these at home for our families. Van, good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The on